So it's that time of the year again as we move towards the end of the Premier League, and both Manchester City and Arsenal are right at the top, and it's anybody's title to lose now. City is ahead by 2 points, but still Arsenal has a better GD, so it's anybody's game. And if Manchester City wins this title, this will be the fourth consecutive Premier League title for it, and that has never been happened in Premier League before. So Joanne and I, Karthik, are Manchester City fans, and we are going to talk about our club, which we love wholeheartedly. So City has been really good and consistent. So talking about just this season for now, what do you think? Why is the case?
I think, well, coming into the season, we just won a treble. So the confidence was definitely high and everybody was pumped up. So in the first match of the game, Kevin De Bruyne got injured and people were like, oh, maybe this season's not going to be as great as the previous one. But I think Mateo Kovacic was a good signing for us, and Matthias Nunes, they've all stepped up in midfield. Another big boost has been Phil Foden, who has shined this season for us, scoring 17 goals in the Premier League. Even when Haaland was injured, Foden was stepping up, scoring goals. He even led us to a victory in the Manchester derby. And I guess the other clubs also struggled in the Premier League this season. We had much less injuries compared to teams like Manchester United or Chelsea, who have been riddled with injuries all season. And while teams kept slipping up and losing games, like Arsenal has lost 5 games, City has only lost 3. So I think that has been a great advantage throughout the season, and let's hope they manage to pull off a victory in the next 2 matches.
Yeah, and they're not just about to win this season. They have been winning for the last 3 as well, and a lot more during the Pep Guardiola era. Uh, why it has been so consistent and why it has won, I think it's because, of course, props to City, but other clubs have been struggling and they have not been consistent at all. Arsenal, let's talk about Arsenal. They recently, like last year, they had a good title run, but they lost, of course. And this year they have a good run, but before that they were not. They were struggling. They were not even qualifying for the Champions League. United is struggling since a long time. I don't even want to talk about it. And Liverpool actually had a very bad season in the middle, and they failed to qualify for the Champions League last year. So the difference between them and City is that the consistency. No matter, even if we have a bad season, we're gonna finish top 4. We have that confidence in the club, and the club has that confidence because that is what the culture that has been built. So I think that is the difference and why it's a big field, because Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger, these big managers have graced the Premier League, but they have not achieved this.
4 titles in a row.
Yeah, so it's a really big, like a testament to City's dominance in England at least. And
so apart from that, maybe people say that City does not play youths or have homegrown players, but that's not actually true. If you look at the past few years across the globe in other leagues, you can see Jadon Sancho, who played for Manchester United and is in the Champions League final with Borussia Dortmund. He is a product of City. Even Cole Palmer, who's in Chelsea, he has 22 goals. He's contesting with Haaland for the Golden Boot. He was our player. He's a treble winner from last season. And Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob, they've all featured in the matches in the Premier League this season, while other players were away, filling in the gaps, bringing that energy onto the pitch, like the young 18-year-old, 19-year-old energy into the pitch. It has made a difference for the club on the pitch and off the pitch as well.
yeah, I mean, other fans, they say City is just spending money. They have the oil money, whatever it is. They're spending it in a good way. Like Chelsea has also spent a lot of money, and where are they? I don't even know where they are in the table because it's not important.
Yeah.
When you talk about the grand scheme of things, spending so much money and bringing so many players in with the new ownership, that has not done anything to them. But City spends it in a good way, and it's not just about money. It's not just about the present. Not just about winning titles right now. As you said, youngsters, they're growing youngsters. They have a good academy. We have seen the products who have played other leagues as well, other clubs as well. So it's not just about money. It's about the club as a whole. It's a big club, so they have money. They are not the only club with money.
It's a well structured, it has proper foundations everywhere. So I think that is a very important part of building a club and making a successful club. And like you said, the consistency in maintaining that, it has been important this season.
So let's just cut right to the chase, the title race.
Yeah.
What are the chances of City and what are the chances of Arsenal? What's going to happen? So City is 2 points ahead. Both have 2 games left. City is going to be playing Spurs away from home in its next match, which is on Wednesday, I think. And not gonna lie, I'm concerned because Spurs has like really kept me up at night sometimes after we lose matches, big matches. Not just in Premier League, that time we lost the Champions League semi-final.
Quarter-final, the last
VAR thing. Man, that kept me up for 2-3 weeks. I still have not recovered from that even after winning the Champions League last season. So, Spurs
is a matter of concern.
Yeah, I'm really concerned. If City wins that though, I think it's a cakewalk because the next match is West Ham at home. I think we should win that.
I think if you're looking at Arsenal, it's a tough place to be a City fan because you have to root for Manchester United on Sunday. We can hope that they just pull something out of. They have been in terrible form. They're gonna come on. They're gonna come after a loss to Crystal Palace. So hopes are very less, but hopefully Manchester United can pull something out of the bag. And Arsenal is playing Everton in its final game, which I think it should be a walk in the park for that Arsenal team, who have been really good this season. But let's be honest, come on, City's obviously been the dominant team. So
So it can go to the final match day, which is on Sunday.
Yeah, it's on 19th.
19th. So, but I think the two important matches that can define the title are the penultimate ones: City versus Spurs and Arsenal versus United. And only we just have to sit here and wait and watch what's gonna happen. Pray.
Yeah.
We'll be praying together, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah.